All right, imagine a conflict so massive, it doesn't just threaten a single kingdom, it literally threatens the very fabric of existence itself. In this explainer, we're going to unpack the source material behind what's shaping up to be a monumental cinematic event, the Ramayana. We'll be breaking down exactly how this narrative sets up the ultimate showdown between good and evil, and, what it actually means when the entire universe is on the line. Let's jump right in.
Okay, just listen to the sheer arrogance in this claim. Your new king. I mean, wow, it's a sudden, aggressive takeover. There's zero negotiation, absolutely no diplomacy, just this chilling, absolute declaration of dominance by Ravana. And that sets a truly terrifying tone for everything that follows.
And this power grab? It isn't just some local border dispute. Ravana's ambition is absolute. He wants the heavens, the earth, and the netherworld. The whole shebang. When a threat reaches this kind of unprecedented cosmic scale, regular mortal armies simply aren't going to cut it. We're looking at a universe in desperate need of some serious divine intervention.
So, enter Ram. But the text makes it super clear that he isn't just a prince, he is an avatar. Think of this as the universe hitting the ultimate panic button. Whenever existence is in severe jeopardy, Lord Vishnu manifests to protect it. Ram is the literal embodiment of that divine protection. Born with one singular, monumental purpose, to counter the absolute chaos Ravana brings to the table.
But here's a question for you. How do you actually fight a conqueror who's driven by pure, unadulterated greed? Well, you counter him with his exact opposite, honor and selfless duty. If Ravana is defined by taking power, Ram is totally defined by his willingness to give it up. It creates this absolutely fascinating thematic clash long before they ever even step foot on a battlefield.
If my life must be the price for prosperity, I would give it gladly. Just let that sink in for a second. He isn't out there seeking glory or dominance. His entire existence is framed around the prosperity of others, to the point where he'd gladly lay down his own life. It just makes him the perfect, absolute antithesis to a tyrant demanding the universe bow to him.
Now, to really understand this cosmic mythology, we have to look at the deeply human sacrifices involved. It starts with his wedding vows to Sita, really forging this intertwined fate. Then, it's making the incredibly tough call to honor his father's word, viewing it as his absolute duty as a son. And this duty? It culminates in him willingly accepting a grueling 14-year exile. Whatever lies before them, he promises to face it head-on, which makes this divine avatar feel incredibly relatable and deeply human.
But here is where things take a turn. A universal threat very quickly becomes a deeply personal conflict when we're introduced to the catalyst for the impending war. The narrative really pivots here. It moves away from grand notions of duty and cosmic balance to something much more visceral, immediate, and honestly, incredibly dark. Enter Surpanaka, the princess of Janistan. The source text tells us she actually falls for Ram, which leads to a conflict that leaves her deeply humiliated. And this humiliation? It's the spark that ignites a literally universe-ending fire. It fuels Ravana's toxic, agonizing promise that Ram is going to pay. Ravana explicitly states that not only will Ram's death be agonizing, but so will his humiliation. So it's no longer just about ruling the universe anymore. It's a deeply personal, violent vendetta, which brings us to the inevitable convergence. We've got the unstoppable force of vengeance, hurling straight toward the immovable object of duty. The source material frames this not just as a battle, but as the greatest story of all mankind being written right there between them. It all boils down to this perfectly balanced conflict of extremes. On one side you have Rama, fundamentally born to protect. On the other side, Ravana, entirely ruled by revenge. It is just a stunning thematic duality that drives the entire narrative forward. But through all this crazy cosmic posturing, Ram's simple yet powerful declaration transforms a battle for the universe into a highly relatable emotional rescue mission. While Ravana is out there boasting that all three worlds are going to witness his death, Ram's focus remains incredibly grounded. He isn't shouting from the rooftops about saving the three realms. His driving motivation is simply, I will bring back my Sita. It perfectly anchors the epic scale of the story right back down to a powerful human heartbeat. Now, to bring a clash of this massive magnitude to the big screen, you need a serious powerhouse team. Nitish Tiwari is directing, but take a look at that music credit. A.R. Rahman and Hans Zimmer.
Yeah, literally that Hans Zimmer. It's a mind-blowing cross-cultural collaboration that practically guarantees a score of absolutely monumental proportions. Under Namit Malhotra's production, they are coming together to tell what they proudly claim as our truth and our history.
So, after the vows, the exile, the humiliation, and those dark promises of agonizing revenge, time is up. Everything converges on a singular moment, where the old world ends and a brand new era is forcibly being born through this truly epic confrontation.
As we wrap up this explainer, we're left with the ultimate question. When the heavens, the earth, and the netherworld are all on the line, can a hero bound by selfless duty actually defeat a conqueror fueled by absolute revenge? Which ideal is ultimately going to survive? It's a fascinating setup, and frankly, it leaves us completely hooked and wanting to see exactly how it all plays out.